Hello,
Hello.
computer. Oh yeah, we're going for a record tonight, aren't we?
Yes.
What we can
Oh,
only describe as what YouTube will call it, Unforgiven.
hey. Also, I read about that before you do drop it. It's America,
Ah,
Oh,
UK, and Australia. Actually, okay with that word.
we're okay
Oh,
with
okay. Well, in that case, Americans are cunts.
it.
Fuck that test.
Oh, what a way to
There is a counter.
kick
I've
off
been.
the show. There is a counter.
Yeah.
That's probably the most stattiest thing that I'm interested in this evening. So,
I'll keep you abreast.
absolutely, we are here for another episode of Hot Tag Reviews on this wild journey that we like to call "What the fuck did we sign up for?" I'm Rob Campbell.
I am your double C, the bastard, Craig Challoner.
Daniel, we meet again, motherfucker. Cornfield.
That's good. I like that because you've been dead again.
You've been dead again. Did we? No, we didn't kill him off.
No.
We just said he jumped into the black hole again, I think, or something like that.
Oh,
No, I think we just called him a cunt and just carried on.
I think we did just call him a cunt, to be fair. It's brilliant.
I will just like using that. Like,
Before
the cunt
we...
meter's been used up. Do you want like percent? Do you want a percentage build as it gets to like
just a total count. I think just
right
a
at
total
the
count.
end?
Yeah, I
Just
like
keep
it.
it at the end.
Like
Okay.
we might be able to do like a cunt per minute thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What, a CPM?
I wonder if I can drop a
There you
cunt
go.
counter on the video.
Oh, that's going to be really difficult for you to keep adding the numbers to all the cunts that we say, though.
Yeah, but if you cunt a cunt a cunt and then add
Yeah.
another cunt, you should be okay.
Yeah, you should be okay with that, all those cunts, to be fair.
13.
And that's in the opening 2.5 minutes of this podcast.
Oh, we've been demonetized to cunt.
Your podcast is brought to you, as always, by the discount code Hot Tag 10. You can
Back
get
on the board.
10% off all of your
It's back.
salt, baby. Cunt. So, like, listen, before we go into like this pay-per-view, I finally did it, guys. I finally did WrestleMania 14's ratings.
Oh my god,
Oh.
we're there.
We there. Like, this has been the cliffhanger for like 2 weeks now. And you know, I think it's worth waiting for. I think it's worth waiting for.
Okay.
We were all around the same average rating for the pay-per-view. We all enjoyed it pretty much equally. And that averaged out to a rating of 2.6 stars for WrestleMania 14.
Nice.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
The second highest rated pay-per-view this year, behind the 1998 Royal Rumble.
In fairness, I think the Rumble's got a lot. It's going to take something amazing to knock it off.
Absolutely.
Spoiler alert, I
That
don't
was
think it's this show.
It was a cunting banger, that was.
It was a cunting banger, that is correct.
I do love banging a cunt.
So let's find out if this show will top WrestleMania 14 or not, because it's what we know as today as WrestleMania Backlash, baby. But back in 1998, the World Wrestling Federation were presenting Unforgiven for the first time. This was on the 26th of April 1998 in Greensboro, North Carolina, in the Greensboro Coliseum complex, in front of a 21,427 sellout. And buy rate wise, 300,000, which was 180k up year on year, where Revenge of the Taker, still branded under In Your House at the time, saw The Undertaker take on Mankind. That was for the title, and Bret Hart faced Stone Cold in a WrestleMania rematch, which was the main event in a number one contenders match. What do we think?
Wait, this show was technically an In Your House, though, wasn't it? Because it was Unforgiven in Your House.
Yeah, they didn't mention it as such, did they?
Yeah, they didn't shove it up your cunt as much.
No, they didn't shove it up your cunt as much, Don. You're absolutely right.
No, I'm not doing it.
No, you're not.
You can be
No,
cunt out.
I'm not sticking a cunt in there. I refuse to.
I just thought you were not commenting on the subject.
In your house, cunt.
Yeah,
No.
that one.
Yeah, nah.
Okay. So Bret Hart's been basically swapped out for Kane, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Year on year. But
it is weird though, you're saying that though. It's weird how two of those matches from last year, we've essentially got that in sort of similar order.
It's crazy.
In this show. Well, the more things change, the more they say the same cunt.
And the movie package, I can only describe that as a trailer for Unforgiven, the opening video package. Felt like completely. A movie trailer, mainly about Kane and Undertaker, which, it is the greatest story ever told, isn't it?
Without doubt.
The nice surprise.
It was that Greatest Showman bloke. Thought that was him.
he's all right, he's...
What popped me though was all the Dante references, like for the Inferno, which I was happy about that.
Well,
I was like, why you keep confusing the circles? Are you fucking cunts?
I popped like a motherfucking cunt so hard when I found out that it was the Inferno match, because I didn't remember that it was the Inferno match.
Oh, this is like, I never actually watched it up to this. I just knew of it.
Oh wow!
So this
I bet you played it on like WWE 2K14, though, right?
I'd heard of them and I'd seen like the clips of them, but I never literally sat down and gone, I'm going to watch two people trying to set another cunt on fire. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's that time that we check out the masterpiece that Craig has created for us. So me and Daniel Cornfield are going to open our hangouts or our messages on the count of what, Don?
3, 2, cunt.
Yeah, 3, 2, cunt. I'm happy with that.
Okay, 3, 2, cunt.
The dude does never look so good.
Oh man,
that Don is why I'd already done the poster earlier.
Oh,
Don.
Yeah. So I sort of
yeah
threw an idea out and I'd already put it on the group. I was like,
yeah.
I'd found the marker pens that I got silly, but can't use it now. Can't use
that
it.
right there is why.
Oh, you.
Yeah, it was already done.
It
was already done.
That's good. It's nice to know
you look dead good as well.
Oh, mate.
Like Jon Snow good you look.
Well, Don's our stone cold, isn't he, on these gimmicks?
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's true.
That's the only bald fellow amongst us.
Wow, it's not like you can Photoshop hair on and off.
I've just realised that Sean's not going to be on a poster again.
No, that's it now.
No.
Oh, my God.
Unless we push until he comes back.
Oh, my God.
In 2004? No, actually, a bit before that, wasn't it?
Oh, my God. Do I just become whoever the generic main eventer is now, then?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, no. That's all right. Dude loves the sweet shin music. It's the same move.
In all fairness, Martin was nearly Dude Love, because the three faces of Martin were a thing.
Well, yeah, it was a thing until he sadly passed away.
He did sadly pass away.
Has there been any update about that?
I had heard that he had the ability to suck his own penis, and a good friend of the show, informs me that is how he passed away. He just couldn't start breathing again once he'd sucked it all out.
Oh, sad.
That's terrible. I heard that he went to a penny making factory, and he decided he wanted to count all the pennies, and the big tower just fell on him. He wasn't Scrooge McDuck. He couldn't get through. He dead,
you can't swim through money.
Exactly.
But he couldn't be told that. He needed to know he needed to swim through money.
Yeah.
I heard quite a disturbing rumor.
I love improv. Improv's great.
I heard quite a disturbing rumor. He'd actually moved to Transylvania, and he started pissing off the locals, asking them about where's that bloke Dracula. I was like, never heard of him. And he got so obsessed, he thought he was a vampire, like in Vampire's Kiss with Nicolas Cage, and he just beat the shit out of himself to death. The silly cunt.
Oh, Nick Cage, man. That's brilliant, please. Oh, Amsterdam, I love you. So we've got a sold-out crowd on hand for JR and the King.
It was already, isn't it?
You've been to Amsterdam.
Got a sold out crowd in my bedroom.
It's pandemonium in here.
That's gotta be crack. Oh wait, no, sorry, she bent over.
Love it. I'd love it though. As you come into the bedroom, Bruce Buffer's out announcing the main event.
Oh well, we're not going to get any David fucking Pencer here, that's for sure.
Oh, we get a sexy Finkel.
But yeah, we do get a sexy Finkel.
Sexy
Absolutely,
Finkel.
the best ring announcer in the business, baby, with the New Nations music. I didn't like that at the beginning.
No. I'm not about that.
I got a little bit confused, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. It was a 6-man tag opening contest with the Nation of Domination members, La Rock, who is the current Intercontinental Champion, D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry. They are flanked by the Godfather, taking on the oddball team of Farouk, Ken Shamrock, and Steve Blackman, if you will.
I don't even know what the fuck.
Are they the new Nation of Domination from what happened at the beginning of this match?
Well, yeah, beginning of the match, obviously,
And
they
the
give
end.
the old salute. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unless
I
they
don't know.
become PG-13 to the Farouk.
Oh, God. Why did we have to bring them up?
Why do we have
You've
to bring
turned me
those
back to
cunts up
drink
again?
already.
Had to bring them cunts up.
There's a lot changed since the last podcast.
Yeah. He wasn't an alcoholic until he was an alcoholic. Well,
At least I was
anyway.
here for you first again. Oh,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, my last and my first. It's great. Rocky Sucks rings out the arena before Shamrock's music hits. That was probably the highlight of the match for me. It just showed how over the Rock was getting, so I was like popping at that. It does just then become a standard 6-man tag. Bit of heat on Farouk, then Blackman takes the majority, and then it's a strange hot tag and out of nowhere, he just goes straight to the finish, win for Farouk. And you're just thinking, what was the point?
I'm going to say the disappointing thing was the fans could have started chanting something to get behind Farouk, and I come up with Farouk is on fire.
That's way better than anything they did.
Exactly, they're just like
They just clapped. If you were at the Baggery Social Club, the Yellows Hall, the Allen Sports Bar. No, we're in a different league. The Bescott, the Bilston Social Club.
Okay.
I don't know, the Sadler's Club, that was it's called. Ogley Hayworking Men's Club. If you were in any of these well-known poor, the not all poor establishments, you would have had Farouk is on fire.
That'd have been over.
Absolute amazing.
I'm gutted he's not wrestling anymore.
Ron Simmons.
You could still go and chant it to him.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
so.
but I think the cunt might actually press charges.
Yeah, the cunt might actually try and press charges.
To be fair, you'd have to get in the country before you could do it.
That is true.
Nice.
Yeah, that is true. But after 13 minutes and 32 seconds of this gunting match, I thought it was all right. So I just went with 1 star. Safe. It was a safe opener. It didn't set the world on fire. But the people in it and the result got over. So that's why I give it 1 star.
Yeah, obviously The Rock being the cunt Intercontinental Champion, but there didn't seem to be much about that.
No.
It's just like, oh, Rock's the cunt champion at the minute, but no one actually cared. So there's just not a lot about this match, was that? To care about? Like, I was doing a bit of editing at the time, and I did not get distracted from editing. It just didn't draw me in.
Wow.
Somehow, I still found 1 star.
Yeah. I think I actually enjoyed this match a little bit more than you. I've made no secret about it. One of my boys is D'Lo Brown, and I think he put a good showing in this match.
Yeah,
we started getting the head tilt, like the head wobbles, which I'm all about that. He hit a sky high,
what a
and he hit a mightily impressive moonsault. It was a beautiful moonsault.
It was crisp.
It was. But yeah, I gave 1.5.
Wow.
I think we get spoiled though with WCW because their level of open is normally like the best. Like WWF and WCW will cross now. In my opinion, this is the point where we're starting to notice it.
Someone didn't watch Spring Stampede properly.
Look, everyone's got an outlier. Stop being a cunt.
That cunting match at Spring Stampede that opened the show was a cunt because he put us off the rest of the card.
So the thing is, though, we got the Intercontinental
You don't get
Champion.
to talk about WCW Spring Stampede. You wasn't there.
No, I'm talking about this match now with the
That's all right,
Intercontinental Champion.
That's fine.
All right then.
That's all I gotta say
Continue.
about that.
Okay, so Michael Cole is running to the ring for some strange reason. Turns out he wants to interview Farouk, who thanks Ken and Steve like they've just brought around at the pub. And that was it. That was it. Austin's music hits. He drags poor Mark Yeaton. Don,
Is it
remember?
Yeaton or Eaton?
Yeaton with a Y.
Damn it, because that's ruined the joke I had.
I did it like this because last time he was involved in anything, you called him Eaton.
Don't care.
And this is why I'm saying Yeaton. Okay.
I ain't changing
You
the
can
joke.
still do your joke. In fact, I want your joke.
I think we need it now.
Oh, okay. Right, go on.
It all.
I'm not saying anything until you.
Oh, you've got to set the scene. You've got to set the scene.
Oh, I've got to set the scene. Carry on, Mike. Okay.
Yeah.
So poor Stone Cold. I say poor Stone Cold.
Poor Stone Cold.
Poor Mark.
Yeaton was going to have him. Yeaton was going to have him.
Poor Mark Yeaton was told to fucking get in the ring by Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's the most intimidating World Wrestling Federation champion in history at this point in time, other than the Undertaker in '91. And maybe I'll try the Giant for 2 minutes on Saturday Night Main Event, but they're just my opinion.
Yokozuna, just
you'd outrun him. You'd outrun him.
What, to a chip shop? I doubt it.
Not to Jeff Cock.
Yeah, not from Jeff Cock, and you just remember the beating where you give you a mania. You just remember.
Well, I'm saying if she was having to run to a Chinese, that cunt would beat you there.
There's no way he'd outrun Rob to an Indian. No chance.
Way, not a chance. Not a chance. You know that Bryan Adams song, Run to You?
Especially if it was a fucking caramel latte at the end of it.
Absolutely.
Well.
I'm having fucking dessert, mate. It's going down.
He's instant teleporting this one.
Yeah.
Gone.
Back in a minute, lads.
He's been stunned by a thing.
Beam me up, Scotty. Is that the moment, is it?
Nah.
Beam me up.
Fuck.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Just do your joke now.
I want to say, after Stone Cold was threatening him, Mark Eaton looked like he made an Eaton mess in his pants.
He's made a Yeaton mess in his pants.
He's made
that would have been fine.
I've got to go for what I've got written here.
I'm going to have a jack for you.
What did crack me up, though, was the beer thrower corpsing when Austin rang the bell. Absolutely.
Yeah, I did spot this. I was like, I think he's genuinely shitting himself because he's just pissing himself laughing.
Literally. It was dead funny.
He's going to fucking do you in.
Yeah. You imagine, like, he thinks Cop Div, it would have been another Paul London man.
Yeah. Sending you to OVW, you cunt.
So anyway, Triple H is entering. He's clearly evolved here at this point as the leader of D-Generation X with China, who's going to be in a shark cage for this one. Prior to this, there's only two of highlighted nature that involved putting a manager in a shark tank up to this point in the World Wrestling Federation. Can you tell me when and who they might have been?
Paul Bearer.
When?
Back then.
Sound.
I wouldn't say Bobby Heenan a little bit before that.
Okay. So the two that I've got is the first one being on an episode of Monday Night Raw. This was really stupid, by the way. An episode of Monday Night Raw where they put Jerry the King Lawler in the shark cage to stop him interfering in a steel cage match for Bret the Hitman Hart taking on Jerry the King Lawler's dentist, Isaac Yankem.
He did mention something about that on the. Well, he mentioned about being in the Shark Tank thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
During this match.
And the other one is Paul Bearer. It was at the Survivor Series in 1996, which took place in Madison Square Garden. It's close enough. Madison Square Garden.
It was before it.
For the Undertaker's return against Mankind. So match 2 is for the WWF European Championship. It is Triple H with China. So he's the champion, by the way, taking on Owen Hart. Jack Doan is the referee for this one. So as soon as China is locked in, Owen just jumps on Triple H. He fucking beats him up and down the aisle. It's pretty fucking brilliant. He gives him a cunt of a beating. But we do get a better visual of Carlos Cabrera and Hugo Savinovich during this match from the Spanish announce table. However, there's no cunting John Bastard.
Bring back the cunt John Bastard.
Absolutely. Right. Protest, man.
We should start a petition.
Yeah,
we do need to start one, and I think we can get 100k signings order.
I'm going to check if he's still alive. See if he's on any socials. It's like, would you do an interview for Hot Tag Reviews?
I'd love it.
If we could get John Bastard.
You do some work, he's turning me on. That's good, that is.
I did just pre-jizz then for that.
So, anyway, it's a good match with plenty of near falls. Owen is all over Triple H towards the end until China breaks the cage. She gets a bit of her help from Road Dogg as the shark cage gets lowered. It's enough of a distraction. So you think. And then it is. Triple H hits the pedigree. No, sorry. Owen hits the pedigree. Hits it. My bad. Owen does hit the pedigree, but X-Pac, he finds a way in with a fire extinguisher. And Triple H gets the cover and wins the match after 12 minutes and 26 seconds. I went with 2.5 stars.
I didn't have nothing bad to say about this, to be honest. The dropping of the tool by that cunt in the cage. Do you reckon that was because the look on her face at first, because she was green then when she was new, she looked like, fuck, what have I just done? Huh. I mean, she wasn't that good of actor. I've seen 190 in China. So was that on purpose? I don't know. But it was good, man. It was dead smooth. Like everything. Triple H and Owen Hart, they were good together. You definitely could have gone further with them two, doing more. But I enjoyed it. It was a fucking China in a cage match. Whatever the finish was, what it was. DX is in charge now, and I'm happy about that. The nice reversal into the German by Owen Hart.
Yeah, it was good.
Over. I enjoyed that. That was nice and smooth. But I gave this 2.5 as well.
Okay. I enjoyed this match. I just love like the little bit of work that China was doing, especially with the cage cam, where you could see her constantly trying to bend the bars, which little character things like that, even for someone that's green, I love that sort of shit. I mean, we can talk all day about Triple H and Owen working together, how good it was, how clean they were. Yeah, I went 2 stars. Actually, I enjoyed it, but did it need the whole cage thing? And then I don't need that shit in my life anymore. Made me feel like a right cunt.
It was a bit cunting CW, that was.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite fucking Judy Bagwell on a cunting fucking forklift, was he?
We hadn't got there yet.
Or a fucking baseball bat on a pole where nobody can reach except one fucking contestant. Like,
It was good. That was one of the best. One of the best matches I've ever seen.
The bollocks is starting to come into WWF though, because you know who's starting to take up writing.
Yeah.
So you notice the gimmick match is starting to creep in. You think, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, but one Vinny had another Vinny to control it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what happens when you see him when the cunt's let loose in WCW? But that's another story for another time.
Yeah, it's another time. Michael Cole's running back down to the ring this time for an interview with Owen Hart, who delivers a really, really solid promo. He delivers all of his lines really, really well. What he was trying to say is enough and it's time for a change. But he didn't quite get there, did he?
It was close enough.
He was close enough.
You can say
Enough is
put the
enough, and
pieces.
things have to change.
I'm
It was
fed up with
almost
this.
right.
And I'm fed up with this bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, I apologise for that, folks.
He could have said cunt. It could have been worse.
I'm surprised Peacock they fucking beep him out, to be
I am
fair.
as well, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe they haven't got that far back yet. So
That is true.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
No, they have, because there's a cut in this a bit after.
Well,
Peacock.
I will say this all night. You could hear the guys swearing at each other in the
Yeah.
ring. That I wasn't the only one that picked up. There was a lot of I heard fuck loads of times like
Did ya?
shit.
Brilliant.
Triple H dropped a few shits.
Yeah.
He probably
I've
did, to be fair.
They just picked them back up recently.
I've heard he's picked them back up as well. That's
Was the Outlaws? They're staying away now, aren't they? I don't know.
So enter Jim Cornette so he can shoot a Classies NWA 80s promo with some cheap heat like. And because we're apparently going to see an NWA Tag Team Championship match here with the new Midnight Express, who are the champions. They consist of Bombastic Bob and Bodacious Bart. They're taking on the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. And Tim White's the ref. And what a rib, sending the Rock and Roll Express out to the Rockers' music.
Yeah.
What a rib.
Someone in the truck heard rock, and they went, Rockers?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Let's go.
Sean and Marty here, like.
Jim,
they're back together.
Jesus Christ, I didn't expect that to happen in 1998.
Jim Johnson.
Let alone 2004.
They're like, Jim Johnson, we need your music again.
No problem, WWE. No problem at all. You can
he was
take
so far ahead, he's like calling
all of
WWE
my music, for all of the money. Okay, so this match, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about this one because it was a classic. I really highly rated all 7 minutes and 12 seconds of this match. Other than the fact that it was really out of place on this card in 1998, and it seems a fucking step backwards for the WWF hosting this match on pay-per-view. I don't know what the fuck Jim Cornette's fucking stroke was back then, but how he got this fucking shit booked on pay-per-view in 1998 is a miracle, an absolute miracle. But I will give him credit because the best spot of the match that probably gets the only fucking rating other than the finish, because finish was all right. I'll give you that, Bob Holly. I'll give you that. Okay. But Tim White going to fuck up Jim Cornette was amazing. 1 star.
Fucking Timmy White. Mate, even untucking his shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Pulling his shirt out, fucking giving it some of these fighting Irishmen. It's dead good. I liked Jim Cornette's intro as well for the midnight. Every mom's nightmare and every schoolgirl's dream. I'm like, easy, Jim. Schoolgirls and all. Hello, you going here? You get in trouble on Facebook now for that.
What was he? Ask your mommy might be your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit much, but it's enjoyable. I'm okay with it. And just to go with why? Why was because they wanted Bob Holly properly in the E, but Jim wanted to do something. So that's how Jim Cornette got his little stroke in there. Because I didn't understand what the fuck that was there for, but it was a decent NWA style match. If I ignore the fact that it didn't belong there, it shouldn't have been on the pay-per-view, and we didn't need to see it. But I got 1 star for the finish.
Finish was nice, man.
Yeah. I've given it 2 ratings because there was a match in a match. Although it technically never truly started and never truly finished, I gave Tim White was James E. Cornette 4 stars. I want to see that match.
I mean, I'll try my best.
It's not going to happen.
It's going to be a struggle.
Look, we've got to get Martin back from wherever the fuck he is first. So, we'll get there, though. We'll get this shit booked. The match itself, I just picked house show. That was my notes for the match. Other than the finish, I was like, finish was all right. Other than that, fucking house show. half a star.
Oh yes, Don. Did you think,
Go on.
Did you think this was going to be our 0-star match, or my 0-star match at least?
I genuinely did think that, but I was like, this isn't a 0-star match. This is actually partly competent.
Yeah,
I've got to give credit.
Bart looks
Bart looks
really
fucking
good too. Bart looks really good. The other two, fucking hell, man.
If I told you Robert,
I've seen some
Robert
wrestlers.
Gibson is still going
Yeah,
to this
Yeah.
day, and still he's dropping Canadian destroyers and shit now. No joke.
Mate, them two, School of Morton, watch some of the shit that they
No,
put
Morton
up
ain't
on.
wrestling no more.
No,
Gibson's
but
still going.
he gets in the ring with his school sometimes with his class,
Yeah.
and he don't do fucking that much shit. But like that man's a selling machine.
Oh yeah.
Like he could sell. Like no two ways about it. That man knew how to put a fucking cunty move over. Like, but
Do you reckon
fucking
them two ever had conversations in the car? Like, I mean, we Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, like that's who we are, and they've got them to play us. Like, what's that all about?
I love the idea that them two like so in their own heads that they're the biggest thing ever. It's like who's the Gibson and who's the Morton? And they're trying to figure out which one's which.
They struggle.
Yeah.
They struggle.
do they even know who they are?
No, exactly. That's what I have to ask.
They announced themselves as Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, respectively.
We are the Legion of Doom.
In fact, I think the one that used to introduce himself as Marty Jannetty now just goes by his real name. That's how bad it got for Marty. So yeah, that was shit. Dave also give it 1 star. Did I tell you what Dave gives the rest of it?
No, you haven't.
Give 2
Oh,
and
this
3
is almost like a running gimmick of this fucking show.
We normally get to the second or third match, and then you go, "Oh, by the way, Dave said this."
Yeah. Dave rated Triple H and Owen at 2 3/4 stars, and he rated the 6-man tag at half a star.
Seriously, when do we pay attention to that cunt?
We don't.
No.
Hence why we don't start with him. We forget him halfway through because he should be fucking forgotten.
Goddamn tuna fish cunt. So promo with Goldust and Luna and Doc Hendricks. He's asking the important questions as we prepare for our first ever evening game match. Wow. What did you get from the promo, if anything, boys?
Not a huge amount, but fucking with Luna, like we bum her all the time because she's fucking amazing. But there's just something so good, like with her promos as well, not just in ring. Like she's got that voice anyway, which obviously fucking helped.
What
I don't step on a bee. Like the fucking whole thing, and like that's amazing. But it's a movement when she talks, and she brings it down and draws you in, and like she talks, and then she turns into her own chest and into Goldie, and you want to follow her to listen because you want to hear what she's gonna say, and she's fucking quality for that bollocks, absolute quality.
She's like a jump scare. It's like, come a bit close,
Yeah,
get in here, you cunt.
Well, then telling everybody she's gonna make Sable feel like a newborn baby in the ring
because she's gonna strip her like of everything. I thought she was gonna start saying like she's gonna strip flesh.
Yeah,
skin.
I'm thinking Robbie Williams at this point. Fucking bit of rock DJ.
How amazing would it have been, like, if they'd stripped the ref, for instance, and he was wearing a pair of pants with a tie on the front.
Yeah, that would have been good.
A young Robbie Williams takes notes.
So it is 4th match of the night, evening game match between Luna Vachon with Goldust taking on Sable. Jim Corderas is the lucky man in the middle for this one. JR on commentary decides to mention Madonna's black eye, right?
Yeah, but I didn't catch the back end of it.
Okay.
He cheated, obviously.
So he said that was apparently caused by her little kid that turned out to be 18-month-old daughter, and they were apparently playing peekaboo to where the kid's head nutted her straight in the eye. According to the publicist of Madonna, that was the official story. There was no other story that I could find to collaborate or provide any juicy storylines in regards to that one.
I just loved the idea of them two playing peekaboo. She was like, peekaboo, surprise, cunt. Just
Yeah.
popped her right in the eye.
A surprise gun, absolutely.
That's how Whitney used to do it, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
I
I
wouldn't even
love.
bother with that. I just straight to that.
I do love the rib by JR. Like he says, a hell of a pop. Like Ric Flair walked out here or something.
Oh, he was dropping
Yeah.
NWA shit all night.
Yeah.
That was him just like going, all right, I know where we am.
Yeah.
I know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Wrestling. There was no Mark Merrow in Sable's corner initially. The match he's pretty quick. It's technically like 2.5 minute long, something like that, bell to bell. Luna gets a sleeve ripped off, and then Sable's bottom half gets ripped off, which then puts Sable in a thong for the rest of this match. King really enjoys himself in this one, by the way. He's having the best time. He's coming out of his shell, hasn't he? Yeah, he's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was a comment he made in the last match, which I took notes of.
Why ain't you fucking giving him?
Nah, I'm doing it now in context what he said in the match before.
Okay.
Panties aren't the greatest thing in the world, but they are next to it. He was having a fucking time, that lad.
That's good.
He was all over this shit with quotes.
So Merrow does eventually turn up to bollock Sable, or vice versa. Sable bollocks him, who then loses the match because Luna takes advantage of the distraction. Sable, in her underwear, in her bra and panties, delivers a Sable bomb and strips Luna to her bra and panties, and then disappear under the ring. Sable seemingly stripped Luna to being completely naked as she poses in the ring, which got 5 stars because it's Sable posing in the ring. That bit got 5 stars. I couldn't give the match itself anything more than half a star.
Yeah, there ain't a lot about this. Is that I've written down, I honestly don't know how to rate this. Like, I honestly didn't know how to rate it. The King at one point says sex is the most beautiful and natural thing that money can buy. So that popped the fuck out of me. JR turned around while Sable's posing in the ring at the end and goes, "This is a part where we pause the videotape, watch for a bit, rewind, fast forward, and just enjoy it." That from JR was fucking amazing. But I sniffed out 1 star for this, half for Luna, half for Sable.
Nice.
I'm going to be honest. I've never heard a heel go over so well. That was the sort of thing. It was like Luna's won. The crowd are fucking no one's lost in that respect. In that build, I genuinely think people bought this pay-per-view for this. Bear in mind, this is quite an innovative pay-per-view when you think about it.
Yeah.
First evening gown match and the first Inferno match on the same card. This wasn't a match. This was not a match. I would have much rather given the Jeff Jarrett spot a little bit later a rating, which I didn't.
Good.
7. So I didn't give it a rating. And
You didn't sing the right song.
And I haven't rated this because I gave it a 0. Gave it the fable. See, this is how you use a 0 star.
Mate, I'm getting so hard.
You don't throw out fucking zeros like any saff cunt. You make them mean something. It's called psychology. And that's an extra cunt on the list. I
love a good bit of psychology.
Psychology.
And also, it was on about the fucking little cuts that Peacock do. This is where the cut came in. And I cannot find anything online. And I even went on fucking Daily Motion and watched the fucking VHS version of this.
Oh,
and
wow.
Even there's some edits in that video because it's Daily Motion. They have to edit as well to a degree. But at the end of this match, they're like, "Wait, wow, Sable," all that shit. And it cuts back to the table and JR goes, "Well, talking of edge, here's the man that's gone completely over the edge now." And then Vince come out.
Yeah.
So what was that? Because I couldn't find shit with that.
Oh.
See, I think that was because they were camera cut because you heard the crowd boo as they were getting rid of Luna.
Maybe they don't want to reference Over the Edge because that was the pay-per-view that Owen died.
Good shout, because that's coming up. Yeah.
Well, it's in 99. Yeah,
that's next year in this timeline. So, I don't know. Yeah. apparently the American designs that don't
I'm
keep
sure-
saying cunt on YouTube. So
I'm sure that's a pay-per-view, to be fair, though.
it is.
Yeah.
Like in 98, maybe, though, as well.
And it's on this
It's
run
probably the
right
next
now as
one.
well.
It's probably the next one.
Yeah, no, you've said that.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, though, here comes
Continue.
Vincent K. McMahon with Briscoe and Patterson. An average promo to develop the story a little further on from earlier.
It's the next pay-per-view.
It is the next pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's quite full on Mr. McMahon yet, do you?
Nope. He's getting there, though.
Yeah.
He's definitely
close.
getting there.
In fairness, everything since 14, this is really where you're starting to see attitude.
Yeah.
Really start to
We
become
are the
a
World
thing.
Wrestling Federation.
It's like the Stooges as well. The Stooges are edging towards
Yeah.
things like Briscoe's out at the moment as like protection for Vince, because everyone knows Briscoe's legit.
Yeah.
But it's all there, and it's all the pieces are there.
Yeah. They just haven't
We're
figured
just
out
slowly
how to
putting
put
the
them
cunt together.
Yeah. Also, lads, can I just pause you? This is a very interesting moment. We've just hit 69 cunts.
That's fantastic. What a company we've got on the go here.
And it continues to rise.
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, I'm happy with this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Oh, you didn't know? He fucking come at us. This time I was well fucking pleased.
I love the fact we've just gone on from things are starting to get together. This is the first time you've seen someone buildings it's there.
Yeah.
It's fucking there.
Yeah, I thought he felt about right as JR ribs him for being a star because he's like, come on, music, come on, music. NFL legend Dean Smith comes out with Billy Gunn. So, yep, I'm leaving it there. The Tag Team Championships are on the line in match 5. As the New Age Outlaws, who are the champions, are taking on the LOD 2000, who won the Battle Royal at WrestleMania. They are, of course, with fucking Sonny.
Now that's a cunt I'd be interested to get with.
Oh.
What nowadays?
Yeah, fuck it.
I'd like
Do you want to get
hear,
on that ride?
I'd get on that fucker if it was cremated.
I'd like to hear the cunting story from Sean or Brett.
Oh, so.
Slow ride. Take
I was going to say, but I can't. It's just too much.
Oh, God. You're not going to edit yourself.
Oh.
I'm going to say, if anyone's going to edit, you're going to edit for yourself. You can say whatever you want. Just go. And then they're...
he's done that once before.
I've had to bleep before.
So, Animal and Billy Gunn, after the Road Warrior pop, they start with a really good shine. I thought it was a good opening spot fest between the two. It felt competitive. It felt like a tag team spot. It just felt really good. It then become a fairly standard tag match with Animal taking heat. The finish is, what you'd expect of the New Age Outlaws trying to cheat, using the belt. Hawk, however, he's not having it. Sells fucking pole drivers. You've got to do more than put this man down. He hits a German suplex. Referees, yeah. So we think we've got new tag team champions, and spoiler alert, we don't. Jack Doan was counting the shoulder of Hawk, and I say shoulder of Hawk because the hard cam was the first view that we had of this,
and it was
clear as day that Hawk's right shoulder was not on the mat, whereas Road Dogs were both down. But what are we doing here? Anyway, the ref reverses the decision that the Music Man makes because no one else made that decision.
He's in charge of everything.
And then Hawk, basically, this shocked me. I was like gasping at this. I was like, this is fucking good. Hawk clotheslines Jack Doan, and then they give him the Doomsday device and kill the little motherfucker to turn him inside out. It was brilliant.
You know what, though? You just know that cunt was like buzzing so hard inside.
Hard.
Backstage, there was like, we've got this idea. And he went, yes, fucking kill me. Take my fucking head off.
Mike, you can have the main event, Mike. I'm taking this.
Look, but you can tell the pulled them up. All right, kid, we've got this idea for a spot. And he's like, oh God, it was like, take a doomsday device. It's like, fuck yes, I'll call them.
Yes,
These
please.
these cunts have let me fucking do it. They're letting me fucking take it.
I've been asking for 6 months for this.
Can you please tell the solicitor? I said it's okay that you take everything.
I've signed the waiver. If I die, you don't get a pension anymore. It's fine.
It's worth fucking paralysis. It's fucking worth it.
12 minutes, 13 seconds. I liked it. 2 stars.
I did enjoy it. I was like you. They started off quite well. It was quite back and forth. Go back to Road Dogg's intro at the start as well. Like on the mic, we wrestled these old fossils time and time again, and the outcome's always the same. Us on top and them on the bottom. And no, that's not my sexual preference, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely, Road Dogg definitely found he's a little bit now, and he's definitely on that way. And then LOD come out, and then Road Dogg, as loud as anything, to the King. Well, King's outside. Hey, I bet you thought dinosaurs are extinct, don't you? Like getting these little bits in, Road Dogg's definitely finding himself here.
Yeah. I don't think Billy Gunn found it though.
I don't think he ever did.
No, he's got Mr. Ass on his trunks, but
he knows how to drop kick still, so he's still doing that well.
Yeah.
When did you think he found it, Dog?
I just mean the whole suck it thing, because that was like his little bit he could do, and it just felt like he rushed it with suck it. It's like
as he looked the blow up doll deep into the eyes. Suck it.
That was Dean Smith.
Sorry.
It besmirching the good name of Dean Smith.
But yeah, I mean sunny, and sunny. But I did enjoy this until the end, because that hard cam clearly showed us that, and that dropped it a bit for me, because that did piss me off a bit. So I went 1.5.
I'll be honest, I've got to agree with Craig. I actually really enjoyed the match. I thought we've seen this match before though, and we know there's going to be a dusty finish. The problem with having a dusty finish is when you do one of these, you make sure you, as the person not being fucking counted, don't have both of your fucking cunting shoulders down on the cunting mat. Cunt. 1.5 stars.
Absolutely fantastic. We see Dave rated that only 3/4 of a star. But we move on, because we're going into the business end of the pay-per-view now. But before we go into the business end, you've got to have a piss break. Everybody knows that. So Tennessee League Promotions turn up. They're introducing Sawyer Brown and JEFF, JARRET, Double J Jeff Jarrett. They sing a song. The bloke in the green with a soul patch, he can sing, but he dances like a fucking nonce.
It was the 90s. A lot of people were.
No, there's no way 90s dancing was that bad. No fucking way.
I meant nonsense, but yeah.
I would say there's a lot of Winners fans sold in the 90s, so yeah.
Well, Buffy the Vampire Slayer was about, wasn't she?
Yeah, exactly. She was kayfabe 17.
Angel.
Well, he's a pedo as well.
There you go.
Sorry, you're 300 years old. You're after a 17-year-old.
I was going to say that's another level. That is. I'm in my 20s, but no.
Also, she's a necrophile. She fucked she's fucked several dead people, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, little spike and everything.
Wow.
Fucking hell. She must have a rotten cunt.
Still want to say no, though.
That is true. That is true. I was always more of a Willow guy, though.
So, how much did you give these? 4 stars, did you? Who doesn't like Willow?
Okay.
Didn't you give these 4 stars earlier, like?
I gave this 4 stars for Jeff Jarrett's legitimate recording.
Well, yeah, no, it was fucking auto-tuned and he was lip-syncing.
It was Jesse James in the background.
Spend my days looking hard on the go.
You tell me you wouldn't have popped so hard, though, if you saw Road Dogg on the mic singing it.
I didn't know.
I would have popped fucking mental.
I didn't know that stage was there until this bit. Obviously, it was really important in the next 2 matches, apparently. But I thought this was a whole rib, and it gets 0 stars. And why Blackman, of all people, turns back up to get smashed in with a guitar and a figure four is beyond me.
I didn't even bother looking that up. I just
No.
went, nah, using the first match doing some shit.
You're in the,
Yeah.
the new nation. You're in the new nation.
Don't ruin it.
So
Nation, a domination. But it's time for the Inferno match. So first ever Inferno match between Kane, who's got Paul Bearer with him taking on the Undertaker. Tim White is the ref, if you can call him that during this one. The lights dip a little bit. The fire comes up. The flames are there. What an image. What an image surrounding that ring.
You know, I always, like I said before we record this was the very first time I'd ever watched this match, and I've only ever seen like the highlight clips of this match. So for where like the flames were in comparison to the ring, I always thought they were on the floor, like on the mat itself.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know if that's the sort of like rose tinted glasses of something I randomly saw many a moon ago. But I looked at it, I was like, is that going to be more difficult having it there? And especially later on in the match when you see the guy fiddling with the fucking the fire. He was on payroll with someone in this match. That's all I'm saying. I think someone handed him a couple of quid and went, "Don't be a cunt, all right?" You know, today.
I ain't being funny. Would you want to accidentally burn one of those men?
I wouldn't even want to accidentally burn Paul Bearer in that respect.
Well, yeah.
If anything, you burn Paul Bearer, you've got both of them to come after you, and they're both fresh. They're both fresh.
You look what happened with fucking Undertaker wants to murder that pyro guy at fucking Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
It was like, where is he? He's already gone home. Good.
He's gone home and set himself on fire as a way to say sorry. He's like just ended his life.
So the bell sounds and we're straight into it. Taker strikes first. It's a hot start and it is just a slugfest. I do love it when the fire obviously jumps up on a bump and stuff. I know it was obviously gimmicked by the bloke and he weren't quite getting it right throughout the match. But when it did go right, it looked really good.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. It was impressive.
It looked him. I think he got better as the match went on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I think the first couple of times he was a little bit early or he was a little bit late. But when the match started getting nearer to the end, he was on the fucking ball.
Yeah, by the end of it, he was good, but it was too late.
Yeah, the superplex being the standout spot with the fire. Kane gets thrown over the top rope, so to near the fire, but he goes all the way to the outside. Vader makes an appearance and brings Kane back close to the ring for the Undertaker to go and do his big dive without taking out cameramen and nearly breaking the neck, anything like that. So that was good. He takes obviously both big men down. He annihilates Kane at this point, and Kane is down for a very, very long time, which only leads me to believe that he put on a protective sleeve of some sorts over his gear to get set on fire.
Yeah.
Because it looked very padded, didn't it? When we come back to him. Obviously, Bearer gets taken away, gets busted open up on the music stage. That was obviously enough time for Kane to do what he needed to do. They did go a long time in that heat, 16 minutes to be exact. 3 stars for all that effort and the whole storytelling piece, really.
Yeah, I absolutely fucking love this. Now, I had to rush this. Like, I have only watched this today, and I've never done that with any of these so far with this. I always make sure I plan time out and everything.
You've done it the Rob Campbell way?
Mate, it was literally, I finished watching this, I come upstairs, set my laptop up and went, Rob, I'm waiting.
You've done the Rob Campbell way?
Oh, yeah, and I was right on the verge with that. So I forgot it was the Inferno match. Even though my posters were done, I'd completely forgot about the Inferno match. Then when they announced it, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I remember loving this so much. Like, so fucking much back in the day, obviously, because I'm old. Cunt. And it didn't let me down. I still fucking loved it. It was theatrical, like you said, but it was theatrical in the right way. It happened at the right time. Like we said, the fire guy, he got it. That cunt picked it up near the end. Fire guy, when it come to chokeslam as well, when the flames went, he hit it with the sound effects. I'm just going to throw that cunt out there as well. Like, it was fucking quite. The only downside I will throw on this is when Kane was putting on the gimmick sleeve. Kane was down for way too long.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen Kane take worse beatings than that. and last. So that was my only negative on this, but I still loved it. 3 stars.
So, as I previously said, very first time actually watching the match in context, I fucking loved it. Those two guys told the fucking story. I genuinely think this is actually, in a weird way, a better match than the Mania match because there's an extra little wrinkle in the gimmick. Theatrically, looking at it, it's amazing. Also, it's nice to see Taker doing a legitimate trying to fucking end my life. Also, jump over a fire dive, which that mad cunt can do that all fucking day long for all I care. Like, I loved it. 4 stars. I really enjoyed this match. Wow. And also, I never do this because I thought there was going to be a question. So I've took something ahead.
Boys, was the question about Inferno matches?
Yes.
I don't.
Let me guess, Rob, you're one ahead on that?
No.
Okay. So there's been 4 Inferno matches in the history of the WWF / WWE. Kane has been in every one. What's his win-loss record? I'll tell you the 4. We know one of them. It's obviously this one. I'll tell you the other 3.
I only think he's won 1. That's what I'm going with. But go on, give me the other 3.
So he's fought Undertaker twice. Then Triple H. And finally, one of these things is not like the other, MVP.
I think he's won 1 and lost 3.
Craig?
One
was on Raw, one was on SmackDown. The other 2 have been pay-per-view.
Yeah, I know Triple H one was SmackDown. It was SmackDown gimmick one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
You know what? I can't remember him winning one. So I'm going to say.
So you reckon he's a no 1-4?
I'm going to say he hasn't won any. Yeah.
Okay. Rob, you're right. It's 1 and 3.
Can I guess which one he won?
Yeah, go on. I'll let you have that.
I think he beat MVP.
Correct. Armageddon 2006.
Okay, yes!
Fucking Rayman strikes again. Fucking cunt over here with a fucking encyclopedia in his head.
We've still got Shoot in the Breeze yet, brother.
Yeah, that's where it's all going to go downhill.
This is where I'm building ammo up now.
So Dave rated it 2 3/4 stars, but by God, it's Dude Love! Yeah, the WWF Championship's on the line in the main event as the Dudester baby, Dude Love. He's going to take on Stone Cold Steve Austin, the champion, with Mike Chioda as the official because Baby Earl is still a little bit poorly. It's a hot start. It's a hot start, as many of Austin's matches are. You'll never hear me complain about that. I love the way Stone Cold gets intense and starts matches, especially when they've got a bit of a hot story on it. JR shoots on Eric Bischoff at one point, doesn't he, boys?
Oh, he does indeed. He cunted him right out. He's like, we don't misuse our talent here. You know, if you want to go to the other people who bitch about him, it's like, fuck me, just call him a cunt on live TV and go for it.
Literally.
He could then. It's great.
Where's Bedford,
exactly.
Man?
Where is he? He's still looking for the cunt.
Yeah, once Austin obviously goes in all hot and gets eventually cut off, then the Stooges and McMahon enter. It looks very familiar to the Survivor Series and the way that all played out, which I think just added to the whole story. You know, I remember watching this as a wee nipper now, thinking he's going to fucking do it, ain't he? And he gave Mark Eaton the look, and you know, he nodded at him and the camera caught it and they replayed it. And I was thinking, them bastards are going to screw, man. And bastards are going to screw that motherfucker tonight. But Chioda gets taken out and we get one of the biggest pops of the night. It is probably the biggest pop of the night when Austin hits McMahon with the fucking chair, banging.
Yeah.
And what a fucking chair shot.
What a chair shot, man.
Already in fairness, all chair shots tonight have not been safe. They've been. I'm putting my hands down. You cave my cunt in head in.
Yeah.
To be fair, those cunts didn't get a bit safer until fucking later on, did they? There was like, nah, smash it. Fucking kill me.
Like what they even joked about on this. Oh, concussion city.
Which
is like,
wait, I've got a concussion.
The concussion. The cunt cushion.
I love using a cunt as a cushion.
Yeah. So that's a merch alert. Austin basically rolls in Dude Love, gives him the stunner. The ref's still down. Everyone's down. Austin basically taps the mat 3 times himself. And then his music starts playing. And he's thinking, oh, right, what's going on here? Austin just gets to call himself the winner now, like. And basically, Austin just celebrates and fucks off. But then Edward Finkel, he gets told by Patterson or Briscoe, it's one of the two, that he's been disqualified. Austin's been disqualified, so Dude Love's the winner. But we know that Austin obviously retains the title either way. And there's a lot of time filled in at the end of this pay-per-view for Vince to be carried out. The match itself was 18 minutes and 49 seconds. I enjoyed it. 2.5 stars.
I really enjoyed this. To be fair, this didn't live up to what I remembered it, but I still enjoyed it because this had that story. Like you said, that had that Survivor Series vibe to it going through.
I think the next one's better, you know. I've got a feeling that Over the Edge is better.
I don't know, because I feel like Mick pulled back quite a bit on Over the Edge, didn't he? Because obviously the news of Owen and
no,
that's next one.
We're a year out for that. We're a year out.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, fuck knows, I can't fucking remember.
Yeah, it's the one with the cars, isn't it? Briscoe's Motors.
I've never seen it before. I've never seen it.
Oh, you never seen it? Oh, so you'll love the set and that, like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
WWF start making a bit more of an effort now as well.
Yeah. They decide to bring the fucking cunting set. We got some commentary. King told JR to shut up. Said, you can be replaced, you know. Me and Vince used to do a great job together. And JR laughed and went, yeah, okay. Have you seen the ratings now? That was fucking quality. Like, King didn't even respond. That's a fucking great.
What a shoot.
It was fucking great. Like I said, that chair shot to Vince was fucking great. It looked beautiful. Vince sold it like he'd died. I just didn't understand why it took so long at the end. Like, it went on forever. My issue I had here was I did really enjoy this, and I had it at 3 stars, but I was like, I think I enjoyed the Inferno more, so I dropped it to 2.5.
Okay.
I enjoyed this. I thought the beginning with Austin on top of let's call him Mick Foley for whatever gimmick he is. I thought that was like proper like heelish, him really being on him at the start.
Yeah, he's a heelish face though, isn't he?
Yeah, but then that made me feel more sympathetic toward Dude Love, although he's the quote unquote heel in this match.
No, you love him though, don't you?
I got personal bias. I don't give a fuck. I'm a Mick Foley cunt.
So you should
but there was a couple like the bump off the stage, the hip toss off the stage, which in fairness, I mean, it's Mick Foley and something high to jump off.
That was a cunt of a bump, man.
Oh, that was. I think the one I love the ones he always does this when he can take a stair bump. His legs hit it, but it always looks like he's even JR scream, "My God, it's broken in half." You know that like I love that sort of shit. But I really enjoyed this, and this match for me got better as it got going. So 3.5 stars for me. I thought this was a banging cunt of
this is the beauty of Dom watching it for the first time, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Whereas we don't get the beauty of that watching WCW.
Sorry, dude, it's only going to get worse next year.
I
will tell you there's a certain point where it drops. And it's like my last favourite show of WCW. There's a certain point I'll just say, that's it, it's over. And you just watching death happen.
Wow.
I feel like we're doing that anyway.
Oh, believe me, the death happens. It's, how do I describe? We'll get there when we get
We'll
there.
get there when we
We've
get
got
there.
time. We've
It
got
bugs
time.
me because I used to watch both, and I remember WCW being so much better than this.
You remember the cruiserweights and like, the people who gave a
Nitro, I
shit?
think
Yeah.
that's what we remember. We remember how good some of the Nitro spots were.
Some of the Nitros were really good, to be fair.
I think that's the thing, though. These two companies weren't battling on pay-per-view. They
No.
weren't battling. They were battling on Monday nights.
Yeah.
You might have heard
Yeah.
of it. It's called the Monday Night War.
I've heard something about that.
I've heard rumblings in the past, but
83 cunts, weren't there?
83 cunts. That's the one. So I think, when we compare it to last week's WCW show that had a total of 11 matches, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Yeah, because we had that bonus match, didn't we?
10 matches with the bonus match included, yeah.
Mm.
So this is 7 matches. So comparing it on average rating, this is only 0.2 higher than that WCW rating that we give. So this show has come in at a combined rating of 1.8.
Okay.
Well, much of a show, was it? Let's be honest.
No, it's still done better than No Way Out in Texas. I don't think WWE will produce a worse show than that this year.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I'm
Yeah.
hoping.
This is a 2-match card.
WCW rarely get over 2. They've done
let it down
They've
the
done
main
it once. They've done it once.
The main event fuck them up really badly.
I mean, next pay-per-view I'm looking forward to, just on face value. I've seen some of the matches. The standout match that I've seen, the feature match for me, is Bret the Hitman Hart. He's back on WCW pay-per-view.
Oh.
And he's taking on the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ooh.
So that excites me a little bit for Slamboree in 1998. I think there's also like DDP versus Raven again. I think there's Chris Jericho versus Dean Malenko. And I also think there is Eddie Guerrero this time round taking on the Ultimo Dragon. And, we said watching
that's
Chavo.
my dog.
Yeah, Matilda.
That's my dog.
Hi, Matilda. Dogs do wrestling. That's funny. So, yeah, we'll check that out all next time. Until then, I've been Rob Cunting Campbell.
I have been your bastard cunt, Craig Challoner. Oh, cunt, because I'm a double C.
And I've been Daniel. That's 105, you cunt.
Yeah.
106. I wanted it to stay at 101. I thought I had a Dalmatians joke and everything.
Cool. Where's your Dalmatian show? Come on.
It's about 5 back, you cunts. Sorry. 6 back. It's 6 back.
Yeah, but I still want to hear it.
I want to say 101 cunts. It's not that funny of a joke now.
That's killed me.
Yeah, you're killing this fucking joke.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, you cunts.
I haven't pressed stop.